There we go. Hey, hello, welcome. Lisa Long here. I'm happy to be with you. Thank you for being here. And as part of the giveaway with Sherry, I wanted to share with you how important it is to understand who we really are, especially if you are an entrepreneur. Not that you have to be an entrepreneur, it's important for everybody. But what we bring to the table is this, right? How we feel, how we think, how we believe in ourselves. So I want to help you just overcome any of those blocks that might be interfering with where you really, really, really want to be. I'm going to bring in like all the tools that I have accumulated over the many, many, many years of doing this. And so feel free to ask questions and, ask for what you need. So I've got my background in marketing, psychotherapy. I'm certified in numerous healing arts. I've worked with Bob Proctor. I've worked with Tony Robbins information. I didn't want to say I've worked with him because I haven't worked directly with him. But I'm a certified strategic intervention coach with Robbins Madonnas. So there, that's how to say that. You have to, say things correctly and don't get anybody in trouble. Or and one thing that I do know is it's so important, no matter what we want to do in our life, to really understand who we are, what we're made of, meaning, our beliefs and our thinking and our action and our behavior and our habits. All of that creates our outcome, our results, whether they're negative or positive, whether we're taking action or we're not taking any action. It's all because of that, of everything that I just mentioned, all those beliefs. I remember it was years ago, about 4 years ago, I think. I'm one of the sponsors for the Sedona Film Festival. And let's see, I'm going to forget his name. So sorry, but the gentleman who started Patron tequila, and also Paul Mitchell. Well, he didn't start Paul Mitchell. He sold Paul Mitchell. He went door to door and actually sold the products and made Paul Mitchell products what they are today. Well, anyways, I got to talk with him. I'm so sorry, your name is blanking. Really nice guy. Both him and his wife, just super, super nice people. But I asked him, what do you think it takes to succeed? And he said, number one, you have to believe in yourself. That's the number one thing. It's not formal education. It's not, having degrees and training. It's having the belief in yourself to go out there and make it happen. And when Paul Mitchell started, and when they started selling their products, they didn't even have the money to go to use like elaborate printing. All they could afford was black, just the black. So that's why for the longest time, the bottles were white bottles with black printing, because that's all they could afford. And he went door to door to all the salons selling the products. And at first, they didn't even have money to pay for the bottles. They were like, oh my God, okay, we've got the bottles, we got it on credit. Now how are we going to pay for that? So, but it took tenacity. It took believing in themselves and also believing in their product that they have. So they went door to door, and it started to take off. At first it was really, really slow, but it started to build momentum. And now look at where Paul Mitchell is today. Multi-million dollar industry and company. And then he went on, he's like, well, I did it once, maybe I could do it again. So then he went on to create the Patron brand, and look what it did. It has quite a following as well. So it's just that belief in ourselves. So if there's anything blocking that, we got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. And that really is my specialty. I love the marketing and the business strategies, but my like superpower, if you will, is helping people get rid of the blocks that interfere with the results that you really want in your life, in your business, and in your life. So I invite you to think about, really identify, where do your beliefs come from? Your family, your friends, your parents, your religion, your society. And there's no right or wrong, it just is what it is. A lot of our beliefs are even like woven into the fabric of who we are even before we're born. So a lot of our beliefs aren't even our own. A lot of our thoughts aren't even our own. We really just keep rethinking the same thoughts over and over and over and over again. And a lot of those thoughts have been handed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. They're not even our own thoughts. Isn't that crazy? And some of those thoughts may be holding us back. I know I certainly have found that to be true. And I've had to examine, like, what is this belief really serving me? Is it taking me toward my goal, or is it taking me away from my goal? And when I believe this, does it help me feel good? And does it, when you feel good, your emotions, it's like, yeah, that feels good. Or does it make you feel, not so good? Does it make you feel heavy? So what I invite you to do today is list your beliefs. Who are you? What is your makeup? And are these beliefs handed down to you? Which ones are handed down? There will be many, many. And then go through each one. Is that belief taking you toward your goal or away from your goal? Whatever your desired result is. Not that you have to have this, big goal. Ooh, I want to be a multimillionaire, or ooh, I want to be a billionaire, or I want to have my private jet or super big home or a Ferrari or whatever, because that's just stuff. And that's not what's really, really fulfilling in our lives. It's more of really discovering who we are, what we're capable of, and the experience. So I invite you, like I said, to go through those beliefs, write them down. Are they helping you or not so much? Can you let go of one belief? What is the one belief that you could let go of today? And just try it on. We're going to take baby steps here. We're not going to make it big and scary and like, you have to revamp your whole life. But we're going to get rid of one belief that is holding you back. And then what would the opposite of that be? So for example, I have had a couple of clients, and my mom as well, because of being a woman, thought, well, I can't do that. I just couldn't possibly, achieve this goal. I bought my mom a television one year for Christmas. And it was after my father had passed away. And the first thing she said was, oh, well, she was very grateful. She was grateful. And she said, well, let's go see if the neighbor guy can install it for us. And I was just shocked. I was like, I think we can handle this. We can do this. Let's at least try. And if we screw it up, so what? But we've got to at least try. We can't just assume that we can't do it, because we're never going to get anywhere if we just assume that we can't do it because we're a woman, or if you're a man, because you're a man, or because you're too young, too old, too thin, too fat, too white, too black, too oriental, too whatever. That's just limiting garbage. Another example, working in corporate, I worked in advertising, and you can make a lot of money working in advertising. There's a boatload of money in advertising. But the one thing that I really, really accomplished, I accomplished several things working in advertising, and I did enjoy it. It's a lot of work, but I created my house in Sedona. It's a custom built home that I helped design. I did it on my own. I interviewed the contractor. I bought the land. I interviewed the contractors. I hired the contractor that I liked. I let him know my parameters. And I remember it was funny one day, he after the home was built, we're still friends. He said, I remember when you said that you interviewed one of the other builders and they didn't return your phone calls. And you said, well, how can they build a house if they can't even return a phone call? So he said, I made sure that I returned every single phone call of yours. I think that's a good thing. So anyway, so now I have my beautiful, wonderful home in Sedona, Arizona, which is a beautiful place surrounded by gorgeous mountains and has nice big windows and pretty views. And I'm shocked, a couple of women who have come in to the home, I love to have people over and share. They said, wow, you must have had a really rich husband. I'm like, no, I did this. I worked my butt off for this. And I helped design and I bought the land and I hired the contractors. It's like, why can't a woman do that? If you're a woman and you're thinking, well, I couldn't possibly do that because nobody will listen to me or it's a man's world or whatever that belief is, I encourage you to get rid of that belief right here, right now. Okay? Let that be the first one to go. So I just wanted to give you a couple of ideas of some beliefs that might hold you back. And let's get rid of them. So what you want to do is write down that belief. And then you're going to write down the opposite of that belief. So for example, it might be, nobody will take me seriously because I'm a woman. Just an example. Whatever it is for you, okay? So if that's the belief, nobody will take me seriously because I'm a woman. So what would the opposite of that be? People, everybody takes me seriously and respects me. And you don't even have to be because I'm a woman in there. Just own it. No matter who you are. Okay, everybody respects me. And my possibilities are unlimited. Okay. So something like that, that's really just off the top of my head, and it has to resonate with you. And I have like a list of things that I'm still working on, that as something comes up, it's like, oh, that's a belief that's holding me back. I'll write down the opposite, and then I'll like own that. And I'll go through my little affirmations every day and like really own the vibration of that affirmation. So it's like, so I am powerful and people respect me. So I hope this is helpful for you. I could go on and on and on here, but I won't, because this is supposed to be a nice quick morning jump start. So we'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you join me. And we're going to do something very different every day. Like I said, I'm going to bring the whole toolbox, and let me know what you're working on and what you would like help with also, because that's why I'm here. So it's no fun, if I'm just talking and you're like, I don't need that. But I have so many tools that I have acquired over the years that I'm really happy to share them with you. And if I can help, make a difference in your life, that means a lot to me. That's like, okay, I made a difference. And then there's a ripple effect. You'll go on and make a difference too, right? We all do this together. Okay, have a beautiful day. I'm going to stop talking now. So, okay, enjoy this. And I'm curious to see what the belief is that you decide to change. Go for it. All right. Have a great day. Bye for now.